Hello everyone, welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Special thanks to all of my patrons. My name's Neil, and it's time for an episode of Would I Lie to You? Yes, we're giving this another go, and this is definitely a gamble, let me tell you. For those of you familiar with the channel, I have done a bunch of Would I Lie to You reactions. And as the channel got more popular, it clearly ended up on the radar of the people that own the copyright to these videos. And despite the fact that they had cleared YouTube's copyright algorithm checks, they didn't clear the manual checks of the people that owned the copyright, and my videos, the vast majority of them, got blocked. And that's incredibly disheartening when you put up a video and 2 days later no one can watch it. It's really disheartening, and so it kind of soured my watching of the show to some degree, and it certainly soured. It didn't make me want to react to the show anymore or edit videos about the show anymore, and so I've just sort of let it slide by the wayside. But I miss the show. The show is so much fun. I miss David Mitchell. I miss Lee Mack. I almost want to say I miss some Rob Brydon. And I miss Bob Mortimer. I really, really, really miss Bob Mortimer. There's not enough Bob Mortimer in my life right now. And a whole new series of this show has come out since I've stopped reacting. Series 15 has come out in its entirety, and my understanding is 2 episodes of the series feature Bob, so today I'm going to watch those 2 episodes. I'll do my reactions to them separately, so there'll be another one coming down the pipe shortly. I'm really hoping that this stays up. I'm really hoping that the copyright owners don't flag this, because it would be a real shame. But it's worth the shot. I'm psyched to see some more Bob. I'm excited to see just some more Would I Lie to You in general. And I am crossing my fingers that this works and everything's cool. So let's jump into Bob's first appearance, which is episode 4. The other appearance is the Unseen Bits season finale compilation episode that we'll get to later. But this is his appearance, episode 4, series 15. I'm not sure who the other guests are, but let's find that out soon enough, I guess. Giles seems familiar. Ah, we like Lou. Cool. And we like Sarah too. Cool. Oh, wait. This is not Bob Mortimer. I'm going to have to track down. I was told it's episode 4, but that's not it. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to track him down. Okay. Not episode 4, episode 2. So, yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it.
On David Mitchell's team tonight, a TV star who presents Dancing on Ice, a show which takes celebrities and teaches them how to cope with 2 broken legs. It's Holly Willoughby.
Okay.
And a singer who hasn't come on the show with his 7-piece band, as that would be madness. It's Suggs.
That's the name of the band, right? Madness.
A legendary comedian who used to be a solicitor. He still charges by the minute, so we better crack on. It's Bob Mortimer.
We love Bob.
And a TV presenter who once wrote a recipe book for children. That's right, fish fingers and beans on toast. It's Angellica Bell.
Okay, cool. 3 non-comedians plus Bob.
And Holly is first up tonight. Pop it onto the desk, and then please read.
Oh, that's creepy.
Okay. Right, this is Jeff. Every Thursday, our floor manager hides him somewhere on the set of This Morning for me and Philip to find during the show. The first one to spot him is the winner.
It's hidden before the show, and you search him during the show.
During the ad breaks, we have to find him. To be honest, depending on who I'm interviewing, sometimes I get a bit bored. I'll have a little look around and see if I can see Jeff.
You've interviewed me on this morning.
I found him so fast that day.
Oh, I like her.
We've been doing it for so long, and actually, I mean, I've been there 12 years, and little Jeff is a lot older than that.
Can we have a look at little Jeff? Jeff is a
So it's like Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah, I know.
Jeff is the kind of thing you'd see in a horror film.
Yeah.
Can you face Jeff towards us? Ooh, Jeff's horrible.
Where's the most obscure place you found Jeff?
That's a question that you need context.
The longest Jeff has gone missing was for 2 weeks. And we couldn't
On
find Jeff
set?
on set. We couldn't find Jeff anywhere. And there was a teapot on the shelves, and Jeff was squished inside the teapot. Jeff has never, ever made it on it. In fact, I had to get special sort of dispensation to get Jeff on telly today because he's a real This Morning.
Oh, he's not exclusive to ITV?
No.
Because we couldn't get Philip Schofield.
Whenever I've been in that studio,
Yeah.
there's hardly anything in there apart from where the presenters are.
No, there is loads in there.
Well, not when I've been on it. Maybe they think I'm going to steal things.
Probably.
I don't know that there's 12 years worth of places.
Well, there's lots of different cushions. There are
Yeah.
repeat offenders, you know.
Yeah, I mean, to be
repeat
fair,
places.
we haven't got 15 years of guests. Sometimes we have to keep bringing people back.
It sounds real.
I've got the killer question, and I know the answer to this. Who is the most delighted when they find it, you or Philip?
Me.
I thought that is true then. Philip would just sort of go, whatever. I've got second-hand cars to sell.
I don't know that joke. Someone will have to explain that one for me.
Well, little Jeff, what is it? It's a lie.
Oh, good for her. I totally bought it. Oh,
On
goody.
a dark winter's night, I once broke into the garden of the local witch's house and was shocked by what I found there.
Okay.
Okay.
At what point?
There's a lot of questions.
I'm going to guess somewhere between when I was 11 and 13.
12.
Somewhere in there.
You say the local witch's house. What do you mean by that?
I mean, this is a very distant memory now.
Like fingerprints on a
Very
handrail.
far from me, where all the kids said that the witch lived.
And who
Because
did live there?
I don't know their name.
Right.
I'll call them Mary Candles.
Of course you will.
Uncut hedges, a front gate covered with hedging. On the front gate it said simply the words, "No thanks."
No, really?
So that's quite creepy, isn't it?
You started that with saying you were shocked by what you saw there.
Yes. What I found there.
So what did you find there?
I'm not comfortable with telling you that just yet.
I need a little more time to think.
Got to be a lie, isn't it?
Let me just say, it does not have to be a lie. Whatever he says, however absurd, it could still be true.
Yes.
However plausible, it could still be a lie. It's just, essentially, what we are doing for this section is entirely futile. We will talk for a bit, then we will guess, then it will be over.
That pretty much sums up the Mortimer lies.
Who were you with?
I was with, what's he called? I was with Ken Numbers.
Ken Numbers.
Yeah, Ronnie Calculator's son. Very unkempt, it's the gardening, because as we all know, Lee, witches hate gardening, and wizards hate plumbing. So we knew it was a female residence.
Right. So you've never seen Mary Candles, but you were only speculating it must be a witch rather than a wizard because it was an unkempt garden with no sign of deficient plumbing.
Exactly. We went into the front lawn, down a gate to the side, past the bins, and then to the window where there was a light on, a big picture window, looked inside, and that's when we saw this extraordinary sight.
And what was it? What was it? You've got to say.
It was tiny horse. I'm not saying it was watching television, that was all that was in the room, was a tiny horse and a television on. Mrs. Candles came out.
Right.
Oh.
Yes, and she said to me, "You're one of the Mortimer boys, aren't you?"
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, would you like to come in and see the horse? And she took us in, and it stank of paraffin. It was hot.
Oh, I think the horse stunk
The
of
horse
paraffin.
did stink, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
Of?
Meat, hot meat. So I always remember this. She came in, and she had a toilet seat. She said, if I give you some money, do you think you could get rid of this for me?
Did she say what the horse's name was?
Max.
You'd have thought minimum.
So preposterous, but David's flung me by saying this is the way it carries on anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying lie.
Say it's a lie.
It was when you said the horse smelt like hot meat.
We're talking 40, maybe 50 degrees there with those old...
Centigrade. So we're talking like the temperature of the desert in Saudi Arabia.
Never saw her again.
Never saw her again.
She probably melted in that heat.
She's a witch, you know.
I think it's a lie.
I'm saying true.
It is a lie.
Bear in mind that when it comes to Bob, David has a very poor track record.
I was telling the truth.
Max the tiny horse.
I only found out Madness were trying to replace me when I saw an advert looking for a new singer.
Right.
Oh, what era of madness?
Quite early on, 78 this was.
Oh, so you'd had no hits at this point?
No, definitely not.
Was there a good feeling in the band, or were you thinking there might be something up soon?
Well, it wasn't until I saw the advert.
You thought it must be love, yeah?
That's very good. But it turned out to be a bit of an embarrassment.
Yeah! I'm enjoying it even if you're not.
Is that another one of those songs?
It was in a music paper called Melody Maker.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was just looking through that and I saw an advert that said, semi-professional North London band seek professionally minded singer.
Why risk letting you know by putting the name Madness in the advert?
Well, this is it. They didn't
They
put
didn't
the name in.
Oh, so how did you find out?
Because I seen the keyboard player's phone number at the bottom. And I said, hello, Mike. I'm inquiring about the job in your band.
Then he's thinking, rock and roll.
Just out of interest, what's happened to the old one? He was going to football on Saturdays instead of country rehearsals.
Was that true?
And
Yeah.
that was true. Listen, we could do with you back in the band, actually, playing drums. I said, well, what's happened to John, the drummer? He said, oh, no, he's auditioning for singer. And they got a couple of gigs with a new singer, and then he left. Turns out I was the only one who knew the words, so they had to ask me back. Well, we were on Top of the Pops in 1979, so it wasn't
Wow.
that long. Yeah,
God.
so...
And you almost left the band?
No, they almost chucked me out.
What about that? Really nice.
I think it could be true.
That could totally be true, but would that story not have come out until now?
I'll say true.
It's true.
It was, in fact, true.
Wow. How big did Madness get in the UK? Like, I only recognize that is a band, but I couldn't tell you any of their songs or anything like that.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Mario.
Hello, Mario.
Angellica, what is Mario to you?
This is Mario. He's the builder I accidentally exposed myself to. So, moved into the house and it needed lots of work. The builders were in different parts of the house. So it's one of those things where if you had to have a bath or a shower, you had to take everything with you. So have it, and I came out of the bath and I forgot my towel. Coast is clear.
Yeah.
Ran into the bedroom and Mario was standing in there.
Oh, no.
Also naked. And this is her practising her alibi to her husband.
And what did you say?
Nothing for about 10 seconds.
What did he say?
10
Nothing
seconds!
for about 10 seconds.
So there's 10 seconds of silence.
Everything was on show.
Why didn't you just run straight back into the bathroom? Why did you freeze?
You know when you have that moment of shock? I just stood there. I didn't even cover.
Yeah.
It's all sounding
I just
very
felt like
suspicious.
It was, you know, like when you see films.
It's quite a long time.
So what happened?
I think I walked slowly out.
You walked up, you haven't got the towel. So that, what, then go down to the builder and say, he's seen it, you might as well.
This is Mario. He's my pest controller. I got to know him when he was doing a big job for me, and ever since he's been sending me photos of massive rats.
What was the pest control situation that Mario initially had to resolve for you?
It was moths.
Whereabouts?
It was in my, not quite...
Wallet.
It's like a half basement. It's where I store everything. Lots of bags of clothes that we, haven't thrown out.
Where do the rats come
Yeah,
from?
where
You said
did you-
rats.
I got talking to Mario,
Yeah.
and he showed me a picture of a rat.
There's a picture of a rat.
Yeah, if you saw the picture,
Yeah.
you'd show it to anyone.
Why, is it a big rat?
Oh, wow, it looks like it's this big. So subsequently, with this company, Rats All Folks,
No.
he had a very normal name.
Yeah.
Murder, She Roach.
Murder, She Roach.
And
So
how
now
big?
whenever he gets a whopper,
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite rat picture he sent you?
yeah, I won't let you see it, but wait. Wow. That's quite something.
That is genuinely shocking, and not sure that's legal, Bob. All right. This is Mario, and we got into a row because he thought I was honking him, when in fact I was on my way to the garage to fix my faulty horn.
So the fault was that it wouldn't stop honking.
It was honking randomly.
And how many times did it go off when you were behind him?
I'd say at least a dozen. Sometimes it was a... Sometimes it was a...
So how did the fight break out?
Well, we had a row, not a fight. I'm not an animal. We were driving along, and
A
he's in front
rumpus.
of me,
A
and
fracas.
I'm probably a little bit too close to him, which was my mistake. But it went. It's very hard to mime. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with my horn. Well, actually, there is a way of doing it. But, and he gets out of the car and he approaches me.
Oh.
I opened the window and I thought I better keep this up. So I just went, "Look, I'm sorry, mate, but." He grabs me and he says, You do that one more time, mate, and I'll be straight back.
Given that he was that aggressive to you,
He
you
was-
seem very relaxed being this
know.
close to him.
Yeah, but I did insist on the screens. Because that's how...
I mean, I'm leaning towards Bob over Angellica, right?
I think Angelica's sounds like a real possibility.
What's difficult is the 10 seconds, isn't it? Let's be fair.
That's a long 10 seconds.
I also reckon you quite like getting rat pictures.
Yeah. Who would you
Yeah.
stay in contact with? Someone.
Yeah,
you
I think-
fancy that? I think it's more likely to be Bob myself.
Oh, God, I think it's Angelica. I'm
Or
sorry.
I'll have to think.
You want to go with Bob, don't you?
I just want to be right. Sometimes I really don't care, but
I
right.
thought this show was a bit of fun.
So did I. Okay, we're going to go for Bob. Yeah, can we get it over with?
Okay, we're going for Bob. Mario.
It's gonna be Angellica, isn't it? Because
Hi, I'm Mario, and Angellica accidentally exposed
Genuinely just showed me a picture of a man holding a huge rat.
I've got lots of pictures of rats.
Let me just settle this once and
It
for all.
sounded real.
Angelica, have you got any photographic evidence?
To keep things exciting at home, every time I fill our tin with normal tea bags, I slip in one Earl Grey, knowing it could surprise me at any time. Fill the tin of tea bags with normal tea bags, but with one Earl Grey tea bag in the mix. Give it a little bit of a...
This is David's version of an
we go.
adrenaline sport.
That's it.
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
Dull as it sounds.
What you've got to remember is I'm quite an uninteresting person, and I've been doing this programme since 2006. So, this is all we've got now.
Is it a pleasant surprise or, damn? Because you obviously don't like it, otherwise you'd be drinking it all.
Absolutely. Do you know what I think overall, and I'm sorry to make this even more boring than it is already, but overall, it is a neutral experience. The surprise element brings it up to the same level as a normal cup of tea.
80 bags.
How many cups of tea are you drinking a day?
Oh, I mean, loads. 5 to 8.
So 5 to 8. So he's getting through a box of tea bags every 10 days.
Every 10 days.
Takes a long time to get through a box of Earl Grey, although sometimes...
The Earl Grey's, hang on, the Earl Grey's almost 3 years old.
Well, you're interested now, aren't you? The sheer age of it.
And that box is empty, where most normal people would then go, that's probably enough.
Yeah.
You'll go, I think I'll go again.
Sometimes people come round to the house, and if you could believe that, you'll believe anything. Ask for Earl Grey.
Yeah,
and then I'm willing...
But what if you've run out and it was your final one in the thing? You're like, oh, my God!
It's never happened, but obviously, what a frantic and exciting scene. You find it!
I believe David is capable of doing this. He needs that little thrill.
You know I need excitement in my life.
It's not exciting.
It was, in fact, a lie.
Yeah.
Even though I could see the DVD on the shelf, I once paid $6.99 to rent a movie because I couldn't be bothered to get off the sofa. It was 50 Shades of Grey.
No! Isn't that the one with the plumber and Angellica?
Yes.
Oh, no. I appear to have done it again. I must run immediately.
How far away is the show?
It's not that far away, really, but I just literally sat down. I've got a glass of wine, I've got a blanket, Dan was working, and I was like, right.
It's funny, because when I watched 50 Shades of Grey, I had a blanket as well. I just as cold as heating was broke. I tried to phone a plumber, but he was in hospital with shock.
The kids are upstairs, I've got to put it in there, and
listen,
I just thought...
don't worry, it sounds brutal.
I totally buy it.
I think she's lying.
You think she's lying?
No, I think that's absolutely true.
Sorry, mate.
There's something about Holly that makes me think it might be true.
Yeah, she's rich.
It is, in fact, a lie.
Lee's team has won by 4 points to 2.
Completely irrelevant. But applause.
We'll see you next time. Good night.
I miss this show, guys. I really do. And I really, really hope that this works and that it stays up and I don't have to deal with copyright. Copyright's the bane of my existence as a content creator doing reaction videos. And yeah, it drove me away from doing this series, but I'm crossing my fingers that maybe that's behind me. Who knows? But if this and the next episode go up and stay up successfully, then I would definitely look forward to doing some more Would I Lie to You. No promises, but I do miss this show. It's a ton of fun. It's a blast. Beyond just the Bob Mortimer of it all, although Bob just brings something special to the show. He really does. And his episodes are always highlights. And of course he broke into a witch's house when he was 12 years old, because Bob Mortimer. Yeah, I hope we get to do more of these. That's where I'm at, and I hope you'll follow along if we do. And until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.